What up, though, everybody? It's your boy, Faiska.
William Taylor, New Wave Coaching.
And Tyler Wellness, welcome back.
And welcome to Fill Your Cup Podcast. Let's pull it up real quick. Got the, I'm about to pour it first, man. Fuck. Ooh. Spilling? I'm over here spilling, man. That was fast.
He was ready to pour up.
Dude, it looks blurry.
Yeah.
It's that drink.
That drink,
bro.
That shit's potent as hell.
Fill y'all cup, man. Fill y'all cup with some good stuff. Fill it up.
Fill it up. Set the intention.
Set the intention,
what we
boys.
thinking, guys?
Shoot, man.
Are ghosts real? Are aliens?
Bro. Aliens?
Demons?
Paranormal? What's going on?
Are these real?
Yeah.
I'm not sipping mine. Yes, I bet it's hella hot.
Oh yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
Hey, as you guys can probably smell, I don't know if you know the flavors yet, but that's that burdock root, and it's strong, man.
Burdock.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be this strong, but
Burdock
It's-
as strong as Goku's dad.
burdock. That's that burdock root. Trying to be like burdock now, man, and that stuff is really strong. But hey, so today we want to talk about: do you believe in aliens? Did we talk about what we said? Aliens, ghosts, demons,
Omens.
angels, demons, omens. Dang, I think that's a common question now, and I think a lot of people do subconsciously or no, just consciously believe in aliens at this point. I know. Let me ask you guys just a yes or no right now before we dive into it. Do you guys believe in aliens?
That's a hard yes or no. You know.
Come on, I need a yes or a no, man.
You know,
come on.
I'm gonna have to say yes.
Okay, we got a yes.
Yes.
Tyler.
And then before we dive in, before we dive in.
All right, so I believe in aliens too. So we all can say that we believe in aliens. I think my alien belief dives deeper than the UFOs and all that stuff. I think that's the interesting stuff. But it's a funny subject because sometimes I feel even like weird talking about it. Like, damn, aliens.
Why do you believe in aliens, bro?
Man, just because I don't think humans naturally are from this place. I feel like humans were created by some type of other being, whether it be God or whatever. Some other being created humans, I feel. And then I feel like throughout generations, humans were spliced with other things. I don't want to get too deep into it. I do feel like with the different ethnicities of the planet, I do feel like this is gonna raise some eyebrows, and I don't want to make this weird, but I'm gonna just say it, okay? Should I say this shit?
Say it. What is it?
Yeah, like that.
Sure, man.
Yeah, let's
That's
go.
what I said.
All right, this is gonna be the craziest shit, but I do feel like Caucasians, no disrespect, but I do feel they were spliced with something a little different. That's gonna get us fired, yo.
Hey, man, we're not working for anybody here.
And no disrespect, I don't mean that any disrespectful way. I just sometimes I just through my studies I have found that this is book. I don't want to get too deep, y'all.
You got some research that's telling you that, bro.
It's some research that has told me that, and they just a lot of like Caucasians think differently than than so-called blacks and most Asians, and Japanese and Caucasian. See, I don't want to dive deep, y'all. We might have to.
Then color people.
Hey,
you're saying.
this is chill. Yeah.
This is
it, man. We're the
Look,
Fill Your Cup podcast.
this is real. This is real. This is real.
We're getting to some stuff you might not hear everywhere, man.
So I'm gonna just say this. Look, I do believe humans were created by some type of alien figure because other ancient cultures talk about it, right? And I don't feel like they were crazy. And I do feel like Caucasians, I feel like all of us are spliced with some, but I think Caucasians are spliced with some a little different as well. I do feel like Caucasians are probably the youngest of this planet because they come from darkness and all that stuff. And it's not to be disrespectful. It is by any means not make this a racism thing.
I've also heard the same thing, though.
Yeah, you okay? Thanks, Will. I have that. I appreciate that. I just feel like Caucasians were spliced with a little something different. So, with that, guys, that kind of ties in because I feel like I just took the last 4 minutes. That just kind of like we're gonna talk more about the alien thing. Oh my gosh, man, I'm still lost right now. Go ahead,
So
go ahead.
I think it's good just to explain. We said yes. to why we believe in aliens. So, or you said yes. So why is it that you believe in aliens? I'm just gonna go off of personal experience. You know, I got my boy Dre. We grew up out in the country, you know what I'm saying? And I remember he's telling me the story one time. His dad, you know, a bunch of the old heads, they were just out there having a party on the lake, man, having a party, you know, good old time, drinking, you know, smoking, whatever. And, you know, they're getting, you know, faded. They're just having a good time, man. And I guess, like, his dad, maybe another girl, they're just standing by the lake by themselves, maybe a couple people, and like a huge, from what he says, like a huge disc, bro, was over the lake, like making waves, making light, doing weird stuff, like some movie stuff, you know. And he said that, and I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy. Sounds unreasonable, but I don't know why he would just say that. And you know, you got other confirmation. You know, some of these people are my family members, and they're like, yeah, we remember that. We were out there that night that happened. And it's just like, man, it's crazy to hear it just from his dad saying it. You know, my aunt Sherry saying it, other people saying it, and it's like, man, that could have maybe that probably did happen. Maybe, you know, maybe they weren't that drunk. Maybe they actually saw something. You know, so that's just one experience. And then another time, you know, once again, my boy Dre, I don't know what he's got. Maybe he's calling the aliens towards him or something, man. But he was kicking it with my other homie, Tony. You know, and they're just out in the car, they're just chilling, and they kind of like, I don't know, they're saying they're looking up in the sky or something, and they're seeing something in the sky, man, like some weird kind of floating, like, again, floating disc or some lights or something way off, zooming around, and like moving, and kind of like, just like those UFO sightings you'll see, I kind of imagine like the light moving, disappearing, moving quick, turning into like might be one light beam that turns into like 8 different light beams in a circle, starts spinning, comes back together, just doing some weird stuff. So, and then that's once again like 2 people. That's Tony seeing that, and that's Dre. They both telling me the same story, and they said they got up and went in the house, man. It was like, whoa. So I've never actually seen any weird stuff, any aliens or anything like that, but just from those stories, man, you know, I think there's something out there. Man. Tyler, maybe, what do you feel that's why there's aliens, bro?
Yeah, why do you feel there's aliens? Because I can't wait to hear more, and I want to talk more about my shit too.
Yeah. So personally, the reason that I would say that there are aliens, primarily is just intelligence in general. When I say alien, I think more of just like, you know, alien intelligence and things that we can't comprehend based off from just what we know.
Perspective.
Yeah, the human
That's what I was gonna
perspective,
dive into,
essentially.
yeah.
Yeah, and you know, we're really built by our environment, so until like we're exposed to aliens, we can't even really know what to expect of it. But, you know, if we take intelligence itself to its core, you know, there's intelligent forces within flowers, grass, the wind, trees, everything. So if we even just say that, hey, there's an intelligence that goes through all of the grass and stuff that we don't even comprehend, then those are alien life forms to us as well.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna talk about a little bit more before I just went off the deep end and said Caucasians are a spliced race. I think we're all spliced with something, like I said, and to clarify it again, I just believe Caucasians were spliced with a little something different since they're the youngest. It comes from books I've read, and it also comes from interesting documentaries, like 50 minutes on YouTube. And I've done some research on it, but a lot of ancient cultures speak of these layers of the earth or these different dimensions of the earth. And like what Tyler was saying about the alien intelligence, I don't think humans can quite comprehend what alien intelligence is. And I come from the perspective of which we live in this 3-dimensional plane, and I don't feel as though we can comprehend what it is, you know what I mean, due to our limited intelligence and, well, most importantly, our understanding of how the universe works. And I do believe as we are progressing through the whole human experience as a collective, I do feel like we will begin to understand this sense of intelligence around us. But you guys ever heard of the you guys are familiar with ancient Kemet, right? And No, the Dogon. Let's talk about the Dogon tribe real quick. The Dogon tribe speak of these amphibious race called the Nomos. You guys ever heard that story?
What is Dogon and where are these people coming from, bro?
So the Dogon is a tribe of people that's situated in Mali, the mountains of Mali now. They were outcast or ostracized from ancient Kemet because they want to hold the old traditions. And I think the new traditions were being ushered in, I want to say by Akhenaten. I'm not too certain, but the new approach in Kemet was taken over. And they was like, no, we want the old stuff. So Dogon were ostracized. Now they're situated in Mali. And, you know, these astronomers and other European study students, well, I want to say professors, they came across the Dogon's understanding of how they could see the rings on Saturn, I believe, Ceres, the three stars, the binary system, I think. And they were like, how are these people able to see this without any form of telescope? And so the Dogon said the Nomos gave it to him, and it's this amphibious race that come from the binary star system, Sirius. And so the Dogon speak about that. Kemet also has an interesting story about this reptilian that comes out their head, which is the reptilian cortex, right? And you hear a crazy motherfucker on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas talking about reptiles running and playing all this other extra shit. It's interesting on San Andreas. Yeah, when you go back, play San Andreas or look up San Andreas.
Say some crazy stuff.
Oh yeah, on there. It's an old hippie dude that talks about this reptilian race and all this stuff. But anyways, Kemet talks about it. Ancient Sumeria talks about the flooding of the earth, and then they talk about, I think in the story, that humans were created by some supreme being. But all these. It's not just these ancient cultures. Other ones that talk about aliens that come and visit us and gave us this information. Then you try to connect it to the 12 tribes of the planet, and you know how they say 13 original colonies from 50 nifty United States from 13 original colonies, right? That number 13. They talk about the 12 tribes in the Bible and a missing tribe. Then it's another thing that talks about in Kemet where I think Ra, his father, was killed. No, Heru's father. What's his name? It's Osiris and Osar. No, Osiris the Kemet. I can't remember quite how it is, but the dad was killed by Set, who's like the quote unquote devil, and he separated him to 13 pieces. So you see the significance of that number 13. And so I feel like these 12 tribes are on this planet Earth, and that's why I said what I said about Caucasians being different. I feel like we all come from different tribes. I don't know the whole research about it, but I just feel. I don't know. I just feel. And so I feel like we were all spliced with something. Caucasians being the youngest. And that's why I have my whole approach to it. But I feel like we are created by aliens. By something that I don't know what it is. The caveman story was interesting at one point, but it didn't make sense. It was missing something for me. I'm like, no, we can't all come from caveman. Like, because that will automatically just, in my head, thinking like, okay, black people come from white people, which it's not the case. Pale has to come from dark. All things originate from dark matter. And it's not a matter of skin complexion. Get out of that mindset. That's infantile mindset. It's all about dark matter. And what is dark matter? It's dark matter. It's like, I sound like I'm high as fuck right now. And I'm not.
Space or some
it's
shit,
some
bro.
space shit. But it's just weird. And I just feel like what Tyler was saying with the alien intelligence, I feel like that's all around us and we can't quite comprehend it, but I do feel like aliens are around us. We just can't comprehend it at this point. But it's weird. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, you talking about that story. And then where is Dogon and where are these people? Is this Africa? Is this
Egypt? My bad.
It kind of sounds like that.
So the Dogon are in West Africa, Mali. In the mountains over there. You can look up the Dogon.
I've heard of these guys. I've heard of this.
It's a book. I have a book on them. I forgot the name of the book, man. But the Dogon had a huge understanding of how the universe was sort of working without telescopes. And they said the Nomos gave it to him. Then you guys ever heard of the it's gonna bother me now. Oh man. Okay, guys, think about it. Go ahead real quick.
So you were talking about that, like we can't really tell as humans, like we haven't evolved to be able to tell. I remember Elon Musk was talking about this. He was like, we haven't evolved to be able to tell if we're like living in a simulation or if something is off. We wouldn't be able to know because we're just so immense and in the in the earth, in what's going on, our surroundings, that we're not really capable of telling if this is really what's going on or is there something bigger going on. So that was just an interesting concept there. But also, like, yeah, like aliens, man, I think that's a thing, man. I remember when quarantine first locked down, and I think they were talking about aliens and stuff. I hopped on Instagram, and you just go down a wormhole, go down. There's like there's like alien sightings. I was just seeing a lot of stuff, man. And they're talking about like some light beings, and that how we came from the light beings, and they're here to protect us, and they're here to send us messages. And I was like, man, that's probably true, man. That's probably true. It's probably something bigger than what I can understand. But it's really interesting, man. Aliens, bro. Tyler, want to go in? Change the topic, maybe?
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I think that, as we evolve as a collective in general, as a culture who can take information and like with a grain of salt, and not jump too far on it and twist it and stuff like that, and not using the media for like weaponry, but more for information spreading. I think that we'll get more answers. And as soon as we have those answers, we'll get to, the real gist of what the alien life forms are and everything. So just looking forward to that kind of day. But we also have Omens too. I was going to talk to you guys, a little bit about Omens here. I want to go with the ghosts, you guys. Well, hey, if you got a ghost story, would you like to go ahead?
I can share something.
Heck yeah, here we go.
Ghosts, man. Ghost stories, man. I haven't really had anything so weird, but it was kind of weird, man. I remember I was a kid. Of course, it's always a kid, man. Growing up, I was staying in my granny's house for a minute, and it was an old house, really old, and had been there for a long time. Granny was really old, and there'd be weird stuff that would happen there. It'd be me, my couple older cousins, and we'd have some weird stuff happen to us, man. Like, I remember there's always be this thing about sleep paralysis. And I'm not really sure what that is, but I remember it happened to me one time. I remember it happened to my cousin, and pretty much I'd fall asleep, and it happened in the same location to us both, fall asleep on this couch in the living room, and you wake up, and it's like you can't move. Your eyes are open, but you're just stuck on the couch. Like, I can't move. It's like for some reason I don't have control of my body. It's like I'm trying hard to get up, but I just can't keep doing that. Boom, it's like, oh, yeah, I can finally get up and move, and it's just kind of weird, man. It happened to me, happened to my cousin. He's doing the same. It happened to him a couple times, I think. So I'm not really sure. I think there's something going on kind of weird there. And then also I remember one night, man, I was sleeping in my room and I couldn't sleep, and I like woke up for some reason. I hear like the creaks of the stairs. Sounds like somebody's coming up the stairs. I'm like, man, who's coming upstairs this late? It's like 3 a.m. or something scary, sketchy, So I look over. The creaks get to the top of the stairs, and I look over, and there's nobody there, and there's no more sound. I just kind of like, as a kid, you get scared, man. I just like cover my head and just start crying, and just like, man, like, I hope it goes away. Whatever's going on, man. I don't know, but yeah, that was sketchy, man. That was sketchy. And then I remember one time I had a dream. Once again, I'm staying with my older brother at the time, and we're living in this, I don't know if it's an older house or what, but the basement was kind of sketchy, kind of weird, scary basement. And I'm in my room, and I like go to sleep, and I had this weird dream, man, and it's like so vivid and like so like powerful. And I'm like laying in my bed, and in the dream, like everything's just shaking, like violently shaking. I'm on the bed, and there's like the door is open. It opens up, and there's just like bright white light shining through the door. Everything's shaking, and then there's like a silhouette of a man, like just an all dark silhouette. The light's just shining around him, and it's just like boom, everything's shaking. And then like I just wake up, I'm like, whoa, like what the fuck, like what's going on? And I'm like, shit, I'm like freaked out, like I'm like sitting up, I'm like trying to like breathing hard, like whoa, what's going on? And I'm like, all right, I think everything's cool, chill for a little bit. I think I turned the TV on or something, and then I go back to sleep. And then it happens again, the same dream kind of stuff. I'm like, man, like everything starts shaking crazy, like boom, I wake up again, like, man, like something's going on. I'm like tripped out. And then yeah, it was traumatizing. I was like crying, man. I was like, man, I never really thought about it too much. It didn't happen any more after that. But I couldn't really tell if it was just a dream or something going on. I didn't really talk about it or anything. I just kind of, hey, didn't it stopped happening. I think I started praying, actually. I started praying to God, like, please, God, don't let this happen to me anymore. And after that, it never happened. But that's really the gist of all the paranormal activity that I've had. So ghosts, that's something too, man. I don't know. I think there's some weird stuff out there. I'm not sure, but I've had some weird stuff happen to me.
And that's definitely intense. How about you, Spence? Anything ghost related that you got to share?
Man, look, I'm still looking for this damn name. I can't. I'm about to go crazy. I don't have any ghost-like stories. I came across some good information, but I can't speak on it yet. I'll be back to you guys in about 2 minutes.
All right, yeah, definitely. I know that feeling when you got that like that knowledge right on your tongue. You're trying to get it out. Yeah,
It's like a deactivation in my nerve impulse. Like it's not expiring at this point.
You ate your Wheaties today, man.
Huh?
My Wheaties ain't good.
Yeah. For me, what I'm going to talk about, I guess it wouldn't necessarily be like, say, a ghost. Oh, it's a little bit of a ghost / omen at the same time. So for me, it was this time right as we were moving from our old place to our new one, a couple years back, actually. And it was a stormy night. It was super dark outside. Couldn't really see anything, like a car's in front of you. It was already, like I said, late at night, right? And it's raining, thunderstorming, really hard to see everything. And it'd be like pitch black conditions until like lightning would strike. Then you can see a little bit. You're like, yeah, nice, I can finally see. And we had to drive 2 hours from here to Flint, back. We were getting more boxes. We were going back to the house to like pack the car for the next day, and then leave because we're just transporting boxes and stuff. And so every time we would say I can't see because it's like really dark as heck, a strike of lightning would happen, so it would like light up the road for us. So it was really cool. It was like every time, like we were like, man, can't see the road, can't see. Sick, yeah, thank you. Like wherever this is coming from.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hitting lightning.
Yeah, right. Like, but the thing was, recent to that, my mom's father had passed away, and so we were thinking, I was like, oh yeah, it's like him looking out for us, yeah. So I guess that's like both an omen kind of story / one of those paranormal / ghost kind of stories. And the thing is, for our listeners out here, what an omen is, there's a lot of different types of omens.
Not a scary omen like the movie.
Yeah, right. It's not a scary omen at all like the movie at all. It's omens can be like, just in general, signs that can affirm that you're moving in a certain direction or not. As we go through our life, there are tons of situations that are going to happen, and based off from the path that you're on, you're gonna psychologically pick up on those and call, they could be omens, or you're gonna miss all the signs that are clearly painted throughout your life. And so, we took the lightning as like a omen, like, hey, he's looking out for us because we couldn't see. Now we can see the road. As of late, I've been doing a lot of reflecting on just like events and things that have happened through my life, and I've recognized a lot more signs that I call like omens to show me like, oh yeah, something bigger was to come, or like, oh, something was definitely on the way, and I can see like how things are leading up to other things that I didn't expect at that time.
100, bro.
Okay, so I found the name, the Anunnakis. You guys heard of the Anunnakis?
I've heard of that.
The Anunnakis. So I was reading some more stuff, and like I said, don't quote me on all of this stuff. This is where my whole theory comes about. Caucasians being the youngest. Like I don't know if this is from Sumeria's text or whatever text, but I know I read a story that they were digging for gold here, and one of the extraterrestrial gods or whatever was like, look, I'm sick of digging with this shit. I'm gonna splice with this and create this human. So the human's like half god, half alien, whatever. And then that's, I don't know who that might be, but then I think over the years, the last one to be produced was the European or the Caucasian, and the Caucasian now, given that they, not only Caucasians to me are the youngest, but they're the ones that were given the light a lot, and I feel like they are ruling this dimension. And I feel like the Caucasians, when they went to go study with like, the Greeks and Romans, they study under Egypt. Well, Greeks study with Egypt, got a lot of information and whatnot. And then you think about the cultural renaissance with the Moors bringing in that to them. Caucasians were kind of given that beacon of, all right, this is how it's going to go down. Then they just took it and took it to the next level. So I think I give them a high regard to that. And I say that because I say it like I'm not a fucking human, but yeah, that creation story. And I feel like God's or aliens created us, and then we're all coming from this source. You know what I mean? And where else did I come across? Some more known stuff. But yeah, I know we were talking about ghosts and all that stuff.
So now we're kind of coming back to the aliens.
Because I had to just get it out. I knew it was something to Anunnakis. I know I seen some stuff. That ancient alien shit is interesting off of History Channel. But I know it's like bullshit to me because that's one of them says ancient aliens, DNA reveals human and alien hybrids. But I mean, like, part of me's like, nah, I believe that shit.
On the History Channel too.
You never could tell with the History Channel. They just be putting it out there.
Watch this.
Like, watch this. It's entertaining. I think it's more entertaining than anything. But I do.
Them views.
That's all that's in them damn views. But I do feel like too, with the Vatican and all of them, they have a lot of access to information that most humans don't. And this is gonna tie into something else. I do feel like they know our capabilities and they know what we're truly capable of as humans in general. And they didn't want to stifle that God-like creation that's within us because they want to continue to rule us. And yeah, man.
So somehow we're God and other races are God.
Yeah, like all of us are gods, in a sense.
As a human.
As humans. And like I said, Caucasians are just the youngest ones, I feel. There's an interesting documentary, man, but this goes into something else. It goes into like the earth being like not necessarily flat, but layered. Like you ever guys seen like like
you can only go that's
why
like there's a thing like we've never been to space or something like
that. Something like that. Like I read like we've never been to space, never actually been on the moon, which I don't believe no one has really been on the moon, to be honest with you. That's just me. But it was also talking about like the layers, the documentary was, and how the inner earth, all this stuff in the Caucasians, I forgot the name of them, but they were the youngest ones. And I was like, damn, that's interesting. But it tied into the books I used to read in the past because I used to always wonder that. And the book in Metronetta talks about left and right brain thinkers. And it talks about typically all African cultures and some Asian cultures. And I'm going to just say Hispanic cultures are tied into African culture at this point.
All the color.
Yeah, all the color is like they're more intuitive and creative and this and that, but they're not extrinsically advanced with technology. You know what I mean? Like a lot of them have computers, tools, cars, and all that stuff. Whereas they had more intuition, spiritual, more intellect in the sense of understanding of the earth. I'm gonna say understanding, not logic. No. It's more like. You never met like a deep thinker versus an intelligent thinker?
Yeah.
Like, intelligent is like
logic and
like he read books. Intellect is just like it just comes from you. And I did come across a lot of like I never met really there's not really too many deep thinking Europeans in the sense of like intellect, like damn. Yeah, you see a lot of like logical and all that stuff. And then the book talks about how Caucasians and then like some Asian ethnicities are more right brain, so they're more right hemispheric, whatever, and they're doing deal with logic and all that stuff. But don't take it as like logic being a great thing, you know what I mean? Or even the former, you know what I mean? They're not just you got to be good in one or the other. No, you want to be good in both. And he talks about some cultures being good in both, like Kemet, some other cultures that were like they brought it was pretty much religion and science together. And whereas a lot of Europeans are dealing with a lot more collectively as scientific whereas a lot more black people, let's just say, just keep it black and white, black people are more religious. But yeah, it just was really interesting. The book was called Metu Neter. His name is Ra Afnu Amen or something like that. But anyways, that's my whole spiel on aliens, and we're all from aliens, guys. I don't know what else more to say on this fucking podcast at this point. But yeah, as far as the ghost, I know Tyler asked me, I didn't really get a chance, but I do believe in ghosts. I have not had experience with a ghost. Sometimes I mess with my girlfriend, I'll be like, babe, I seen this ghost by our bed. He had a cane. He wanted me to get up and train. But
Get up and train. It was you.
He was like pointing a cane at his little power pole at me. Time to get up. And she would be like, why you always doing that? Like, that shit is funny to me. But yeah, I believe in ghosts. I never had experience like you, bro. You either, bro.
I am scared to death, bro, of aliens and ghosts. So, like Tyler said, omens, bro, and what you spend time thinking about in alchemy, kind of, it's like, it's what you attract. So we were just talking about, like, how maybe you're at the party and maybe you're that person who's like, aliens, like they're out here, you're thinking about it constantly, it's on your mind. You're at the party, you know, everybody else is mingling, talking, having a good time, but you're just in the corner like, aliens, aliens, aliens. And then you just look up and you see something that nobody else is seeing, because maybe the aliens are trying to get to you, or maybe the ghosts are trying to connect with you and come closer. So, you know, it's all about the things that you focus on grow. So me being scared to death of aliens and ghosts, I'm not going to focus and think about that too long. It's going to be this podcast, and I'm going to go about my day.
This nigga Will's going to come up missing, but damn ghosts and damn demons about to get his ass. A demon guy. I mean, let's see on his Instagram. This nigga got a fucking demon in his room.
Oh, my God.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Dang.
I just put an omen on his ass.
Don't play the Ouija board, man.
I thought Tyler was about to bring the Ouija board. He's talking about omens. Like, okay, bro. I was just playing about the alien and demon and shit. You bringing it to another level now.
Yeah.
So omens aren't good or bad, but just don't have bad omens about scary stuff that you don't want to think about. Think about the good things only, guys. Mm-hmm. Good aliens, not bad ones.
That's true too. Not all aliens are bad. Not all of them. Not all bad and omens. Not all bad demons. Well, I don't know about demons, man. You got demons and angels. So that's like the day about. I ain't gonna say that.
I have no clue, bro.
Knocking on that damn wood, man. Hope this ain't synthetic wood. Hope it's real.
Black Clover.
Yeah. It's about the anime?
Yeah.
Black Clover,
They talk about that shit?
Well, yeah.
Oh shit, I gotta check out. I know you've been telling me like check out Black Clover, bro. I'm like, damn.
Black Clover is a good good anime.
Yeah, that's what Tyler's been telling me. Tyler's been telling me.
Okay, check
He
it
has
out,
been
y'all.
telling
Black
me.
Clover, man, anime.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. I gotta check out that and what, Jiu-Jitsu? I heard that's a good one.
Yeah,
I heard that's a good one. I heard it's a real good one. Okay, I got 2 animes to watch. But yeah, y'all, man, this is a crazy podcast. I loved it. I just hope you guys didn't take offense to what I was saying if you're Caucasian. Not any means. I'm not trying to add salt to the wound. It's no disrespect. We come from something. I just don't believe we came from just caveman and Jesus created us. I don't believe that.
Sounds like a good story.
Sounds like a good story. You know what I mean? It really does. But I feel like
something to tell somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody you want to rule over and yeah.
Not be told all.
Yeah.
That's his story, huh?
Yeah, right. So, yeah, guys. I just believe, like I said, all aliens. So can we just say what we all believe in aliens, ghosts? Y'all believe in demons too? Did we say that?
I don't know.
Come on, man. I do.
I think demons can be expressed more through like substances, or like, oh, I got a demon, like this type of addiction or something that takes control of me or something. I don't know about the whole possession. I don't know. That's the possession and kind of like the. I won't go.
Yeah. As far as like,
I think it's all about what you focus on, man.
you know, I'd probably have to see it. You know, see something like.
To believe
really
some
I know. That's what I said too. Like to really see it, like, oh, this shit's real.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that Conjuring movie, like I just be like, oh, they all happen to just be like, you can't do that demonic activity when the cross comes in. The cross just somehow dispels those demons. I'm just like, get out of here. Just the cross just automatically dispels all the demons. Like, I don't know. I just nah. Yeah. I gotta see the shit. I think it's cool. I do want to get to the source of it all, though.
I could think like more energy shifting into like objects too. That's the thing. Like dolls, you always hear them talk about. Or
Yeah,
like,
what do they call? What do they call them? They have a name for them. Fuck,
Voodoo dolls.
not voodoo dolls.
that type of a spirit type shit or something.
Now I got me looking up the shit.
But I remember like I think I was just watching some show that scares me because I'm scared of aliens and ghosts and shit, and they were talking about like this car that had a spirit in it, like a nice Corvette, like a classic car, and then the guy had sold the car, and maybe there's like some type of accident or something, and some weird stuff was happening. The door was getting knocked on, people were getting locked inside the car, and I don't know if it ended up killing her or something crazy happened, man. But yeah, man. So I don't know about demons, but man, you know, crazy podcast, man. We're dropping some knowledge on here, talking about some interesting stuff, man.
I can't remember if it was a voodoo doll. What was the thing in Conjuring? It wasn't a voodoo. That wasn't a voodoo doll. What was it?
That was just a doll, right?
But it had a name for it, I thought.
Probably is. I'm sure there is some type of name for that.
Fuck, man.
The deity.
I can't remember, man. I think I'm gonna go to sleep because I don't know shit today.
But anyways, man, talking about some trippy stuff on here, some aliens, some ghosts, omens. We doing a service for our podcast listeners, man.
They probably think we crazy as hell. They probably turn off at the 23 mark.
You think?
Like, nah, they did.
If
Yeah,
you
I better
guys
be
are,
listening.
if you guys are enjoying this, man, like, what do you guys think? We dropped all this knowledge. What do you guys think that the viewers can do for us
They gonna be like knowledge
to help us support this podcast, to help us out? We've helped them out so much. What can they do for us to help us out?
man. Find out where we come from.
Find out where we come from.
Then tell me so that way I can die in peace and be like, man, I know where we fucking come from now.
Hey, leave a comment if you leave a comment if you figure out some stuff, if you got some
or interesting reads,
some
man.
interesting reads, some posts, some web pages, man. Leave us a comment, leave us a rating.
And it doesn't have to be. I'm not into the whole races and all that. Like, I want to understand shit. Like, I don't care about all of this black, white. I want to know like what comes from what did what. Like, that's all that matters to me. Long as you contributing to the world, man. That's how I see things. But yeah, let us know. I said what all I needed to say. I ain't gonna lie, I got my shit loaded up, ready to go to actually read some shit. I want to read about the Anunnaki, this creation story I came across. But yeah, anything else you guys want to add, or I'm not,
Nope, that's gonna be it for me, man. You guys stay safe out there. Don't think about the bad things too much. Focus on the good, man.
The Omen is telling you to subscribe and follow us on our social media handles.
There you go.
That's what it's telling y'all. So get busy. Tyler, did you want to say anything?
Oh,
hell, he knows the ritual. Hey, y'all.
Oh no, there's a ghost.
Guys, just same thing. Just, keep on pushing. Make yourself a priority. Recognize good omens for good omens, and remember that you make them good or you make them bad. It's up to you.
True that. All right, y'all. So, William Taylor, New Wave Coaching. I'm signing out, man.
Tyler Wellness signing out.
And it's your boy, Faiska. I'm out. With that, that's shit.
That's it.